Welcome to DU Digimon.
Hello and welcome to DU Digimon. I am in my 30s. I am a millennial. This means, to some, that I spend too much money on coffee, that I have a penchant for avocados, and that, for a while, I was the sole cause of the downfall of human society. To me, though, being a millennial means one thing. I grew up during the great anime invasion of the 90s. Dragon Ball Z, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, and of course, Digimon. The original Digimon Adventure to this day is still one of the most important shows to me from when I was growing up. With a diverse group of characters, all of which had their own incredible partner Digimon, there was a favourite for anyone. If you like brash and reckless, there was Tai. Cool and brooding, Matt. Caring and kind, Sora. There was someone for everyone. And with ever-increasing threats and cooler and more powerful partners, there were real stakes to the series. In Pokemon, and I loved Pokemon, if Ash failed at getting a gym badge, he could just try again, or, even better, have it be handed to him for free. Thank you, Misty and Brock. Sure, he had a few scrapes with danger, but the Digidestined, they were in real danger all the time. And now, having kind of gone full circle, here I am, making videos on the internet about Digimon. And now, our original cast will be usable all in one deck. Let the adventure begin. Hey guys, so let's talk about the adventure trait cards that have been revealed thus far, and have a look into seeing what sort of things we can possibly put them into. Obviously, we haven't had the full adventure lineup. We've got it in kind of drips and drabs. We haven't got all of the stuff in the structure decks just yet. There's definitely some stuff missing, but we can get a good idea of what the deck is looking to try and do, as well as also what sort of things we can possibly put stuff into, essentially. So first of all, let's take a look at some of these kind of tamers. So we're going to save this tie for last, but we'll go for the stuff in the actual structure decks first. So we've got the Sora and Kari. Almost said the Sorry. Start of your main phase. If you have a Digimon with the adventure trait, gain 1 memory. When any Digimon with the adventure trait would be played from your hand, but suspend this tamer, reduce the play cost by 1. And that is a effect shared with the Tai and Izzy as well. So you can, really reduce the play costs of your guys down, which is really nice. The memory also very cool too. I think possibly, yep, so the Joe and the Mimi has this as well, so really good effect there. As I mentioned, the Tai and Izzy has that same reduction effect, but it also gives all of your adventure trait Digimon blocker on your opponent's turn, which is really nice. Then we've also got the Matt and TK. So when any Digimon card with the adventure trait would be played from your hand by spending time to reduce play cost by 1. Again, there's that cost reduction. But this one gives all of your level 5 or higher Digimon with the adventure trait gain Rush. So essentially both of these give you extra keywords, both of these give you memory, all of them do your cost reduction. So the main idea with these tamers is you're wanting to reduce your Digimon as much as possible, with the idea of possibly just hard playing your level 5s so that you can get Rush with them with the Matt and TK, or in the case of some of the cards, warping into level 6s so that you can gain that Rush as well. Then our final tamer is the ST21 ties. This is the first tamer we've had revealed from first secret rare, that's been revealed from BT21. This one essentially sets you to 3, so it's your memory tamer, and when one of your Digimon would attack you, suspend this tamer, you draw 1, which is not bad. It gives you a little bit of consistency. It's also got a main effect once per turn. You may play one adventure or hero trait card, because this does work with the hero stuff as well, with a play cost of 2 or less from your hand without paying the cost. And for each of your tamer's colours, add 1 to this effect's play cost maximum, and then you return this tamer to the bottom of the deck as per that main effect. So it does end up going back into your deck, but the fact is, if you've got all of your colours out, we've got red, yellow, black, green, blue, purple, all 6 colours among these tamers, you are going to be able to play 2 up to 8, cost Digimon. So if you've got all of your colours out, and then obviously he's white as well, so that's another one. So technically speaking, you could play a cost of 9 out with that effect. But you can easily get out your level 5s with that effect. You get Rush off of the mat, You know, so really, really cool in the terms of this kind of Mega Zoo style kind of gameplay. Be interested to see what other things could potentially use the adventure engine stuff. Ironically, maybe even like something like Dark Masters could use the adventure trait stuff as like a Mega Zoo engine. Who knows? But really, really cool. Then we go into let's go into our level 5s, because they are all very similar to each other. So starting with Metal Greymon, on play when digivolving, you de-digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon and you de-digivolve it by 1 for every 2 of your tamer's colours. So that can get pretty nuts. If you've got all of your colours out, that's beyond stupid, you know. So for every 2, so de-digivolve 1, de-digivolve 2, and then obviously these guys blue got the blue and the purple, so that would be another colour, de-digivolve 3. It's just yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Then we've also got and this is an effect that all of the level 5s share. This is whether every level 5 has the next 2 effects, which is when your other Digimon are played or digivolve, if any of them have the adventure trait, one of your Digimon gains alliance for the turn, then one of your Digimon may attack. So you get alliance plus kind of a pseudo blitz. And that is every single level 5 that has been revealed has that effect. So no doubt all of them will have that effect. We're currently missing from the lineup Zudomon, Angelwomon, and Mega Kabuterimon. Those are our 3 level 5s that we're currently missing. And who knows, they might even get revealed by the time this video comes out tomorrow. So, you know, who knows. Then all of them also have the inheritable of Alliance as well. Then you've got Weregarurumon. Now this one's interesting. So this one has the on-play when digivolving. Delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon, and if your tamers have 2 or more total colours, add 1 to this effect's level maximum. So you're going to be deleting a level 5 Digimon with that effect if you've got, you know, 1 dual colour tamer out, which is pretty cool. But it doesn't stack, which is interesting because some of the effects stack, where some of them specifically give you an additional thing if you've got 2 or more. So this one gives you an additional thing. This one stacks. So it's that wording for every 2 of your tamer's colours, if your tamers have 2 or more total colours. So it's interesting, isn't it? Then into the other level 5s, we've got the Garudamon. This is one of the level 5s I'm the most excited for, probably the one I'm most excited for, because essentially this is fantastic in birds. Oh my god, it'll be fantastic in birds. For the turn, one of your Digimon gains security attack plus 1, and then for every 2 colours your tamers have, gets 2000 DP. Now that effect probably won't really come up in birds. The security attack plus 1 will, but the DP boost probably won't, unless we try and play kind of dual colour tamers, which, you know, we might be able to, you know, but it's not currently something I do in birds, and whether or not it's going to be something we could do, you know, remains to be seen. Sorry, it's late. You know, and this Garudamon could just you know, again, having that alliance, giving alliance as well. I mean, this is going to make Phoenixmon X do so many checks now. It's nuts. It's really nuts. Then we've also got the Magna Angemon. So this one also does stack. So for every 2 of your colours tamers on this effect, and basically what he does is place one of your opponent's 6000 DP or lower Digimon as the top security guard, and then adds 2000 for every 2 of your opponent your colours for your tamers. Then we've also got the Lilymon. So on play when digivolving, suspend all of your opponent's 5000 DP, and then for every 2 colours your tamers have, return one of their suspended Digimon to the bottom of the deck, which is really cool. So far, really interesting. Weregarurumon is the only one whose effect only increases by 1 if your tamers have 2 or more total colours. Add 1 to this effect's level maximum. I guess it's because you're deleting something. I mean, deleting a level 6 or level 7 with a level 5 would be kind of busted. So that's probably why. But I just find it interesting. But yeah, all of them have the same inheritors, that same alliance and then attack effect, as well as an additional kind of on-play, essentially. Then we'll go into our... I'm kind of doing this very free flow, guys. The intro was super scripted. This is not scripted. But let's go into the warping rookies. So we've got Ogumon and we've got Gabumon, and both of these essentially, if the opponent has a 10,000 DP or more Digimon, or if your tamers have 3 or more total colours, you can warp them into Wargreymon or Metal Garurumon in the hand for a Digivolution cost of 4, ignoring the Digivolution requirements, which is where, again, this Rush comes in. Because if you warp with these two, you're suddenly at level 6. Now you've got Rush. So it's pretty good. And it's actually quite funny. I mean, myself and Alex, I don't know if you guys saw them, but we did some custom card videos back when these structured decks were first announced. And in terms of the overall theming of the effects, we couldn't have been more wrong, but we did at least call that a card, and granted, I don't think we put it on the mat in TK, but we did call that there would be some sort of Rush in the deck, at least, and there were these kind of Mega Zoo-ish warping kind of components. So, you know what, we called that, to be fair. Did we call it in the right kind of way? No, because we didn't realise that these decks were going to be all of the Adventure Children. Because originally when they were revealed, it was kind of more like, it was the Light and the Hope stuff, and it was like Greymon, and basically it was the Warping and the Angels was basically what was first really revealed, rather than the Adventure stuff. But I would say, me and Alex, you know, we mostly missed, but we scored a couple of hits with our guesses, you know, which is pretty cool. You know, then... you know, both of these guys also do have inheritable effects as well. You get Reboot on the Ogumon and a Draw 1, Trash 1 on the Gabumon, which is pretty cool. I mean, having this purple Gabumon may mean we've got, you know, enough for purple Melga, potentially. I think we would still need Gabumon X to come back for that, and I don't know if it will come back. But, you know, purple Melga could be playable. You never know. Then we've also got the Gatomon. So going into the kind of level 4. Oh no, we've not done all the rookies yet. Yeah, I'm skipping. We've got Biomon. So Biomon is a Searcher, which is pretty good. 2000 DP inheritable. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 Digimon card with the adventure trait and 1 such tamer or option among them to the hand, and return the rest to the bottom. Very nice. We've got Palmon. It's just a classic. You trash a card and then you draw 2. So it's pretty nice. All turns gets 1000. Then that's all of the rookies that have been kind of revealed thus far. Then in terms of level 4s, again, we've got a few missing. Greymon, for example, not here yet. But we have got Birdramon. On play when Digivolving, if your tamers with the adventure trait have 3 or more total colours, this Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card with the adventure trait in the hand without paying the cost. And then there's 2000 DP inheritable, and I believe Togemon does the same thing as an on-play when Digivolving. So both of these can Digivolve up without paying the cost if you've got enough tamers, which is really, really cool. Or did I go over Lilymon? I didn't go over Lilymon. Lilymon back to level 5s. As I said, this part is not scripted at all. It's just unhinged, tired madness, because I've finally gotten around to making a video for Friday, and it's already past 10 o'clock at night. Anyways, on play when Digivolving, suspend all of your opponent's 5000 DP or lower Digimon, and then for every 2 colours, or did I do this? I can't remember. For every 2 colours, your tamers return one of their suspended Digimon to the bottom of the deck, and then Alliance and Alliance. Just going over that quickly, just in case I didn't forget it, but I think I did forget it, but maybe I didn't. I'm forgetting that I forgot, or that I didn't forget. I don't know. Anyways, right, that's basically everything. The only other thing we have got as well is we have actually got a promo that got revealed, which is the War Greymon. This is the first level 6 we've had revealed. Now, I was a little bit underwhelmed by him at first, but actually, he basically could just delete anything it wants. Security Tech +1 and blocker, so that's cool. Bit of a defensive option, bit of an aggro option. Not bad. Admittedly, I'd possibly prefer it if it had raid, but that's just me. When Digivolving, you delete one of your opponent's Digimon with as much or less as this DP as this Digimon, and has an all turns effect of this Digimon gets 1000 DP for each colour Digimon and tamers have, and that's across the entire board. So if your opponent's got loads of colours, you get loads of DP, and if you've got loads of colours, i.e. an adventure, you get loads of DP. So this guy's going to get huge, like massive, you know, with the inheritables as well, potentially really massive. Even without, if you've warped into it with this Ogumon, you're going to be huge because of that all turns effect. It's going to be absolutely massive. Then last couple of, oh no, I didn't do Angemon, did I? Angemon lets you play tamers out and when attacking, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2000 DP for the turn. Not bad, and it's got that classic one or fewer tamers. You may play one tamer card with the adventure trait. Also, what's interesting, something I also haven't divulged on, is basically all of these can just digivolve on top of each other. So all of them can digivolve on top of Digimon with the adventure trait. So we haven't had the egg yet, but the rookies can all digivolve off of adventure trait eggs. And I'd make a guess that we're probably going to get Koromon in one structure deck and maybe Sunomon in the other structure deck. But we could also, and this is what I kind of hope, even if it would be duplicates across both of them, is just an egg that's like all of them, all in one egg, which would be pretty nice. I don't think that will happen, but you never know. We also didn't do Gatomon. I almost did Gatomon early, and then I've forgotten to do Gatomon. Holy crap. It's got a security effect. You play this card without paying the cost. When digivolving, get 2 of your opponent's Digimon security attack -1, which is pretty nice on a level 4, let's be honest. And then it also has that same -2k DP inheritable as the Angemon. But that's all of the Digimon and the Tamers. And then we've also got an option that's been revealed thus far, which is this archetype has a memory boost. You know, and it may even get 2 memory boosts, because this is an ST21. We haven't seen what's in ST20. So while you have a Digimon or Tamer with the adventure trait on the field, you ignore this card's color requirements, which is pretty nice, because you know we don't have a lot of purple in this. Well, so far anyway. Then reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with adventure trait among them to the hand. So it's 1 card, so you can add basically anything, all of the Tamers, all of the Digimon, I believe this as well, and it gives you 2 memory as a delay. It's a memory boost. This is a Megazoo archetype, and it's got its own memory boost, which is just crazy. I mean, this is going to be an awesome deck once we get everything revealed, and I really want to play it. Like, I really, really want to play it. I want to get the structure decks. I want to play this. Digimon Adventure, as I said in the intro, is my favourite of all of the Digimon franchise. It's my nostalgic favourite. It's the one that got me into Digimon. Technically speaking, is Tamers better? Probably, in terms of, like, plotting and structure and definitely animation, stuff like that. But Adventure is where it all began, and I am old. I'm a Digiboomer. And I love it. I love it, and no one can take it away from me. I don't know what I'm going about. Old man rants about Digimon. But let's take a quick look at some lists I'm looking at and experimenting with. They're not major experimenting, I'll be honest, just because we haven't seen all of the adventure stuff yet. But they still might be a little bit interesting, so let's take a quick look at those. So first one we're looking at is Omnimon. Again, this is very minimum. We've just basically put in this Ogumon here. But what is quite cool is we can essentially use this Ogumon to warp up into our Metal Garurumons and our Wargreymons. If we've got enough colours for the Tamers, which red, blue, blue, black. Obviously, this is all just testing as well. I mean, this is different to what I'm currently playing in Omnimon by quite a degree. And I don't know whether or not I'll keep it, you know, like this, or if I try and change it to what I'm currently playing, or if I'm trying to change what I'm currently playing more into this. I don't know, you know, but yeah, we can use the Ogumon to warp into the Wargreymons with those. Also, if they've got a 10,000 DP kind of dude out. So essentially we can warp with this before we go up into these, which can be quite nice, because we can do this warp, go up into one of these. If we've got a Gabumon or an Ogumon out, warp that into the other one, you know, so not bad. I wanted to try and fit the Gabumon in here too, but it was kind of running out of space. But you could, and the issue with that as well is, unless we know if the egg is red and it's an adventure egg, then we might be able to play it in this, but we don't know. But you could possibly try and make like a blue-based version of this. Maybe like Sunomons instead, you know. Take out Ogumon and make more of like a Gabumon line, I guess you could. You know, that remains to be seen. You also could possibly take out this Wargreymon for that promo Wargreymon, just so you can warp with this one into it. And you can use the Metal Garurumon to warp into that as well. Because that's the interesting thing about these two, is technically speaking, they can warp, you know, into anything regardless of colour. as long as it's a War Greymon or a Metal Garurumon. So pretty cool. But yeah, very minimal, and all of these are, I'll be honest, and they're not too experimental. But let's take a look at the next one, which is Greymon. Similar-ish kind of things here. We've got the Agumon again, just as a little two of, just because I didn't think it would be that, that major. Plus, the issue of it being pure black is the older stuff can't digivolve on top of it, so there is that as well. Also, this should definitely be at a 3, and that should also definitely be at a 3. Oh well, never mind. We've tried to put in the Metal Greymon in just for the alliance and stuff like that, and to try and facilitate it, I've put in 1 copy of Nokia, just because this can essentially play out our Agumons, which can get us a search, which can do us a warp shenanigan potentially, but this will, specifically with these two, so if we've got the Metal Greymon, we then Nokia to play out Agumon, then essentially what we can do is use, because of the Agumon being adventure trait, that triggers this to give this alliance and then may attack. We don't have to attack, but we can just give ourselves alliance, digivolve up, and then we've got double alliance for the turn. If actually, how long does that last? Actually, one of you didn't play it. Goes alliance for, yeah, it is for the turn. So you could gain double alliance essentially. So you could go into your Metal Greymon, Nokia, to then play out Agumon. No, this gives itself alliance. Then Metal Greymon X to give yourself security attack +1, 3000 DP, a double alliance because you get alliance from the first effect and alliance from the second effect. You can then swing alliance on your Agumon. That's only going to give you a 1k boost. But we could potentially then alliance again if we've got something out. Obviously, Greymon's not very well known for going wide. This is all conjecture, guys. Basically just theory crafting. But I think I like that little combo. Do this, use Nokia, play this, get your alliance. I do like that. So that would be pretty cool. So yeah, not bad. I've also put in that promo War Greymon into this as well as a 2 of, just because obviously the amount of DP we can get in Greymon is kind of nuts. I mean, we don't even need all of these colors necessarily. But we've got red, we've got black, we've got white on our tamers, so that's 3k from those if all 3 of them are out. We can get DP from our Greymon. We can get DP from here. We could get DP from Greymons that we're not currently playing, but we could. So this is going to be doing some wide removal. Also, technically, this is also very different to my current War Greymon build. I still need to show you guys a profile for that one, actually, so I might do that for next week. Yeah, this is pretty darn cool. If I do say so myself, and then we'll have a look at the last list. I was originally going to do 5. I've kind of done a top 3, I guess. But our last one is birds. So birds is the one I'm probably the most excited for, which is crazy because it's only got one change, which is this Garuda, which is it's dumb. It's so dumb. I mean, we can literally, with this Garuda, giving ourselves the security attack +1, giving ourselves the alliance inheritable. Holy crap, we could do so much with that. We could do literally so much with that. Because literally we can do this, Garudamon X. Bearing in mind, if we've done the warp shenanigans, so warping, bouncing this, going to this, yeah, we don't get to play out a tamer, but we can then Garudamon X, do that to give ourselves the rush, go into Phoenixmon, either play out a tamer or play out a body if we don't have one for the alliance. Phoenixmon X, blitz, off we go. Then alliance for a check, security attack +1 from this for a check. Going in, we get to trash a security as well. It's just, it just does loads. I mean, birds is one of my favorite decks. I absolutely love birds. And with security attack +1 with alliance in it, we've suddenly got a massive power boost, which is awesome. But that is pretty much all I have to talk about, guys. Like I said, I was trying to come up with like 5 of these, but I ended up not being able to have the brain power, I'll be honest. And this has been a little bit of an unhinged kind of video, but there's a lot of really cool little applications for all of these cards, and I'm really excited to see what the rest of the decks do. I mean, this just does so much removal. There's so much. like Mega Zoo kind of fun that's going to be had with this deck. So I am really excited. But let me know what you guys think of the adventure trait deck stuff. You know, what sort of things are you hoping to see out of the cards that are coming, and you know, what sort of things do you think you know, could happen in future, essentially. But yeah, that's all from me. I'm going to get the rest of this edited and then go to bed. So I will see you on the flip. But until then, keep it digital.